Welcome to the Miami Heat post-game show. I'm your host, Giancarlo Navas, and with me today, full house, huge Heat win. We got Saucy Takes, Coach Lou. Lou, it's looking a little dark over there.
The beam is all the way fucking lit. Listen here, 2 games, no Bam, no Tyler, back-to-back. One of the best defenses in the association. The only team to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, and we put up 136.
Tell him.
136. I've never. This team is fun. Like this. Oh my. Hey man. I don't know. Does this mean we could beat the Thunder? I don't know. Maybe the due process, right? There. Not due process. People don't know what that is nowadays.
One thing at a time, my friend. It was a tough West Coast road trip. Big win. Franky also here to talk Miami Heat. What's up, man?
Shout out AO Sims. They said, my last 24 hours, watch Miami Heat beat the Hornets. Baby girl was born, 2:45 a.m. Watch Miami beat Portland. I'll take that. Congratulations, AO Sims, one of our loyal followers and listeners.
What up?
Great win. Great fun performance.
It was insane. Also joining us.
Name her Nico.
Name her Nico. Kyle Scarlett.
Man, play your young guys. That's the theme of the night. Play your young guys. Pell, Nico, Drew, who's not so young, but young enough. They just played with energy, man. I enjoyed the grit that they played with. And throwing a little mix of your old guys, as you know, we talked about in the chat. A little old, a little young.
A little old Drew, a little unk.
Yep. Has a 401k.
a little unk.
Stock options.
Listen, it's the unction. You know, we oscillate between the unction here on the Miami Heat and also the youth movement. But, I mean, guys, today was a really gutty win. And Portland has been playing really, really good basketball. I know I felt as a fan, okay, well, they got some early wins. You know, it's kind of unclear how good the Knicks are, kind of dealing with a lot of changes. They go on a West Coast trip. You know, that was like kind of their big win. They go on a West Coast trip. They eke out a win against the Clippers, lose against the Lakers, lose against the Nuggets, lose against the Spurs. It felt a little bit, okay, is this team just going to settle about 500, below 500? And they responded, right? They beat the Hornets, although that game itself was an adventure. And I think tonight, without Bam, and I think that's a really important thing, without Bam, they overcome a lot of their weaknesses tonight without Bam. And I know they gave up a lot of points, and they gave up 131, and he's the most important defensive player that they have. And he's a very important offensive player that they have, but they did it. They eke out a win, 136 on the board, held them to just enough to win. Franky, they have something about them this year that's a little special. They are not, I don't think Eric Spoelstra teams quit, but there's a little magic to what they're doing. And I don't know if I'm overreacting to a home win against the Blazers, but we've seen this enough times this season that there's something here.
I think we've seen 10 games of them performing, like playing and believing in the system. They're playing for each other. They're playing hard. They're playing unselfish offensively. The ball's moving really well. They're competing. They're not relying on one person offensively to carry them. Every night's been different guys have stepped up. Everybody has to contribute offensively. It's not relying on one guy to score 30 and carry us night after night, but Norm's going to consistently produce offensively. Jaime is going to bring rim pressure. Drew's going to get deflections and charges. Davion as well, but they're going to get assists. Everyone's going to bring something to the table every night. And, much maligned Nicolo Jovic tonight is the guy. He stepped up big time, had his best game of the season by far. We've been waiting for him he had his first couple games were solid. And then he had a slump, and he's broke out today. Still had 6 turnovers, still had stuff to work out. But I thought overall everyone played really well. And I think the thing that we're most excited as fans is the consistency. The consistency that we know every single night they're going to bust their ass, they're going to play hard, and they're going to be fun to watch for the very most part. I think every game they've been watchable, and you could not say that for the last 3 years prior to this, that they'd have a lot of stinkers on a back-to-back against whoever. And I'm just happy. I'm just really happy. Whatever that happens this season, if they keep playing hard, and I'll live with whatever happens.
They're playing enjoyable basketball. I think is really like the super important part. They're watchable, Lou. I mean, they're scoring. Their offense is through the roof. And I know there was a stat that their offensive rating was in the 16th or whatever. That's fine. And I think that their offense is going to end up better than that, and it'll even out. And one game really sways the needle one way or the other. But Lou, I mean, again, another huge scoring night. They're playing fast. They're kind of doing everything that we've asked, given their talent deficit on a night-to-night basis. And they're playing the young guys, man. Like Niko closed the game. Pelle Larsson got important late fourth quarter minutes. Davion's playing whole fourth quarters. Like, this is what we wanted. We wanted their youngest players to play important minutes, to get those reps. Jaquez is closing games. Rozier's nowhere near the team in the your franchise person got arrested bowl tonight between Chauncey Billups and Rozier. Lou, it's great. It's great stuff.
It's amazing stuff. Like, this team is actually this team is fun. Like, I put it down there for a reason. Like, this is actually enjoyable basketball. There's something I've been keeping track of all year, is on these back-to-backs. They've had 2 of them. The pace hasn't slowed down. So they are committed to this.
That's a great stat.
Today, their pace was 112. It was one of their fastest paces of the whole year after playing in an NBA Cup game yesterday. And basically playing 48 minutes of, all of their guys. They didn't take a single minute off because, point differential matters in the Cup. But today, they bounced back. They played even faster. A lot of that needs to be attributed to these point guards, G. Like, the Miami Heat have the best 48 minutes of defensive point of attack basketball in the association. And I don't think that's an overstatement to say this. Their point guards today combined for 9 steals and 2 turnovers. The Heat point guards today, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 13 assists, 9 steals, and 2 turnovers. I can't remember the last damn time I felt comfortable with the Miami Heat point guard rotation. It has been years. When Lowry was good, Gabe wasn't. When Gabe was good, Lowry wasn't. Like, he was hurt all the time. So it has been genuinely over half a decade since I felt comfortable with the Heat's point guard rotation for 48 minutes. And that's not to say that they are the most talented offensive guys, but they give you something that the Heat have lacked from this position for a lot of years, and that is consistency. Mm-hmm. We finally have stability at the point guard position. They've done a great job pushing pace. They've done a great job rushing the other team. The Heat are one of the best teams at forcing turnovers. A large part of that is just due to how sticky these guys are on the perimeter. Huge credit to, obviously Davion Mitchell came into the game in the fourth quarter, and I thought Drew had deserved to close. And Davion said, "I'll take that relay from here." And he ran. It was like Usain Bolt in the 4x100. He just gave him the baton. He took off. And Drew Smith, a lot has been said to him. A lot has been said about him. G. He was one of the most hated players. And 28, 29. This is his first healthy season. Knock on wood. Hopefully he stays healthy. This man has changed his narrative more than any undrafted guy I can ever think of for the Miami Heat franchise. There's another guy who's up there in terms of change narratives. We might talk about him today again. But Drew Smith today and this season has been genuinely he's playing so good that Heat fans can't even complain about Kaz not getting minutes at this moment. That's how good he's been, because you can't take him off the floor, bro. Shout out Drew Smith, shout out Davion, Absolutely. Shout out this Heat team. SPOACH of the year. Let's go.
I want to talk about Drew Smith for a second, because he's a guy that they always want to reward. That archetype of player, the kind of hard-nosed, dirty work hard, kind of diamond in the rough, not even diamond in the rough, cubic zirconium in the rough kind of player. Knows he's never going to be a star, knows he's going to cap out as a high functioning role player and doesn't care and plays his ass off and knows his role. And they fucking love guys like that. And I think that as much as the fans have grown, like Musabai doesn't like him, like a lot of fans are like annoyed that he's like hangs around and stuff. But I think the kind of guy he is like essential to the identity of what this franchise is. It's an ode to Udonis Haslem. It's an ode to Pat Riley. It's an ode. He's really just like the culture embodiment. I mean, he's the one. I think he's still leading the team in charges. And it's kind of like what he does with the little that he has, Kyle. And I think that I love that Lou gave him his flowers because he's been awesome this season. Has improved in almost every aspect of his game, and still does all the things they need. The point of attack monster, settles them down as a point guard, not turning the ball over too much. Kyle, I can go on and on, but I think what's most important is that they reward a guy like him. And I think that matters.
Well, this isn't a plug, but he plays intangible hoops. He plays sound basketball. Like, it's reliable, it's stable, it's not anything crazy. You're not asking for flash in the pan. He just does what he's supposed to do. He makes the same correct play over and over and over again. And so that's what you want to reward, is a player making the right play each time. And so, his ability to impact the game on charges, on deflections, on passes, he makes the right passes on most cases. He plays big sometimes. He's not the biggest guard on the floor, but there's a couple of times where he gets switched and he still shows force. He tries to play with effort. And so that energy spreads to the rest of the team. I think that's why the second unit is so sound, is because they have a guard. They go from one guard who's technically sound for the most part to another guard that's technically sound. And that keeps the balance. It keeps them kind of afloat. And that's what you want from your second unit. You want to be able to continue what your lead guard comes off of and continue to play with the same kind of effort. Does he have the same speed as DaVon? No, but the pacing is still within the framework of the offense. And then on defense, I just think we've talked about being felt, right? Just being felt on defense. He doesn't take plays off. Mm-hmm. And so that continual effort, that continual like playing within competitiveness and being like, I don't know, gritty. He plays gritty. Like I think that in the past we've played so pretty sometimes, like we're too finesse. And what he brings is this lunch pail gritty basketball. That's really Miami Heat basketball. He hustles. He dives for loose balls. Mind you, this man's been injured 3 times, right? So there's you could say, oh well, he could just get by. No, he continues to just put forth proper effort. And so I'm glad that he's gotten an opportunity. I'm sure a lot of questions happened when he got the contract, and he's managed to play up to, if not better, then I don't know what the deal was. That really does not matter to me. But what his impact has been on this team and just pointing out things and being a coach on the floor has been really helpful.
Chat's asking if Terry Rozier's contract can be traded. I don't know. I don't know. That win, man. These guys, the effort that they give is incredible. Franky, let's talk a little bit about DaVon, because I want to give love to all the guards. I think his defensive instincts have been so good. I know you tweeted about it. He had a rough start to the game, really shook a lot of that off, and just really made game-winning plays, game-flipping plays at the end of that game to kind of help them over the finish line. I freaking love that guy. I tweeted, he has a lot of Lowry in him, and how physical he is when he helps, how unafraid he is, and how he just really puts his body on the line and uses his strength and his gifts. And I'm just like, I've been such a huge fan of his this season and last.
Yeah, like it's like Lou said, it's the 48 minutes of point guard play. They are Drew and DaVon are tied for the lead in charges coming into tonight at 2 apiece. They both scrap. I think DaVon's been consistently one of our best paint touchers. Gets consistently 2 feet in the paint. Takes care of the basketball. Gets everybody involved in good opportunistic spots to be aggressive and play to their strengths. And defensively, I think his help defense is even better than his point of attack defense at times. Like he's real scrappy, stunts really well, uses his length, and closes out really well. If he overhelps or the pass goes to his man, or he needs to rotate or whatever. He's just been sensational. I thought he was kind of disconnected in the beginning. I thought he had some misaligned passes. There was some miscommunication on switches with him, and then he came in that fourth quarter. I also thought that Drew deserved to close, and you guys know I was not a Drew fan, and I'm eating shit all season. He's been sensational. But DaVon first play blows up a pass. Creates a fast break opportunity, gets to the paint, bumps off a guy, gets an easy floater to fall, and he was just impactful every play, consistently on both ends, and that's what they need. Like they haven't had two-way guys in so long, and now they have a lot of two-way guys, especially at the point guard spot. The point of attack has been an issue. How many years have we gone in where somebody else has to guard point of attack because our point guard can't do it? Now they have two guys who could do it. And the third guy, the first-round pick, showed a lot of flashes in Summer League that he can potentially do it as well. And we hear about DaVon and him battling in practice. So I'm excited to see Kaz. I hope Skyforce I hope he plays for the Skyforce and gets some run there. But yeah, DaVon was great tonight, and they don't win without his contribution in the fourth.
He's huge, and I think what you said about kind of the 2 feet in the paint a lot. I mean, I think they really depend on his speed and his first step. They're I wouldn't call them an athletic team, but certainly he's one of the more athletic players on the team, and they play fast. I think he's a huge kind of cog in how quickly they play. Chat says Lowry in him like he likes pancakes. Somebody also said G would also be like prime Michael Jordan, has a lot of Lowry in him. I mean, defensively, those hands, man. I mean, I see a lot of similarities. You know, Michael Jordan watched a lot of Kyle Lowry tape. You know, I want to give some love to Niko in a second, but I first want to give some love to Spo too, because I think we at times take Spo for granted. I think last year he deserved all the flack he got. I think that we were particularly hard on him on this show, and I think that was deserved. I think that he deserved the criticism, and I want to give him a little credit. Last year is he. You know, they changed the offense a lot. They've gone from a handoff heavy offense to a really pick and roll heavy offense to a lot of different kind of things with empty corners and cuts and stuff at the elbows and this and that. And they once again changed the offense, as we've talked a lot on the show, and it's been mentioned a lot. But I mean, they brought in help. You know, Spo brought in an advisor formerly with the Grizzlies, and they overhauled their offense, and they instituted some of their own principles in that. He's challenging. What a world. And I think we just got to give Spo his flowers. And I think there's no better way to do that than to launch a campaign. We're going. It's SPOACH of the year time. Okay. We're on the we're going to be campaigning. We're going to be going all around America to let people know that Erik Spoelstra should be this year's Coach of the Year. I mean, he's done everything. He's given us better offense, affordable offense for everybody. We need that. This is America. We all have a right to offense. Freeze the screens. He got rid of the pick and roll. He's freezing this. It's affordable. Everybody can do it. This is offense for everybody. You don't need a screen. What if you can't afford a big man? Mm-hmm. This economy's not for that, Frankie. We don't have the luxuries of screeners and rollers and shooting in the fucking short corner.
You might say it's supposed for everybody. The international guys are eating. The Mexican is eating. The Americans are eating. Everybody's eating equally in this offense, and they're all having great years.
Everybody's eating. Erik Spoelstra, Coach of the Year, SPOACH of the Year, SPOACH of the Year, SPOACH of the Year. SPOACH of the Year. SPOACH of the Year. Come on, chat. Say it with me. Freeze the screens. Freeze the screens. Freeze the screens. And of course, what do we want?
Better offense.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better offense.
When do we want it, Miami?
No.
Eric Spoelstra for Coach of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. I spent all day.
And G, if you notice, Spo's not really running ice on defense, so he's for the people.
He's not running ice on defense. Oh, what a man of the people. Man of the people.
He says we switch bust. I dare you.
Chat says lock him up. Parentheticals Terry. That's for Cash Patel to decide, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll see you in Valhalla.
We'll see you in Valhalla. I am just ecstatic about this season. Lou, we gotta go. Yes, it was Zoran Mondani's. Thank you to the Zoran campaign for. Hopefully, they don't C&D us for copying their fine work here. I don't even know, Lou. I guess I got to go to you because this is one of your boys, and Franky. Feel free to jump in and Kyle as well because I know that you guys are big fans, but. Niko having one of his best games as a pro, I think it's fair to say it's one of his
career
best games
high in
as a
scoring.
Pro. Huh?
It was a career high in scoring.
Yeah, career high in scoring, and certainly his best game this season. I think he's kind of struggled to find his place offensively at times on this team, which is funny because everybody's supposed to eat. But the 9 rebounds was really huge tonight. Almost had a triple double. The 7 assists to me is what's really kind of eye opening. Lou, your boy. Did it when it mattered.
Man, I thought the process today for him offensively, seeing how aggressive he was, the turnovers, they got to come down. But that's some of the, when you let the young guys play, you need to let them play through this. Why? Because look what broke through in the second half. He only had 1 turnover in the second half. He had 2 turnovers in the second half after having 4 in the first. Not a great start. But he dropped 20 points in the second half alone. 29, 9, and 7. Efficient shooting. Hit a bunch of threes. Really just got everybody involved. And the most important thing, in my opinion, was they're so big today for 25 minutes. The Heat won those 25 minutes with him on the floor by 7 points. Had a 130 offensive rating with Niko as the so big. That is what you need, especially after Bam's injury. I talked about it before. We've talked about it all off season. Who's the Heat's third big? We knew it was Bam. We knew it was Ware. And now Niko is throwing his hat in the ring as a possibility. A lot of credit to him because this was not even a feasible thought 2-3 years ago when Jimmy was here and they were trying him at the 5 in the G League. And Jimmy was like, he's not a 5 because he wasn't. And he was right at that moment in time. Mm-hmm. But that's a lot of development for him. I really loved how much they're starting to post him up.
Oh, man.
Yes, Lord. Post that man up. He is one of your best post players. They're actually giving him the ball and allowing him to survey the defense. He was getting to the rim. He got blocked. I don't care. His process in the post is freaking elite. They're giving him the ball outside. They were giving him some screens too. He played a little bit of minutes with where they blitz teams when they were both on the court. This man did so much for you today. I don't care about the 6 turnovers. And can we talk about the block on Drew Holiday when it mattered most? God damn it, that man moving them feet. That is a special, that was a special sequence from him. We have it. Look at this. 2-point game, 2 minutes. ISO, get that shit out of here. Man, I'm telling you, the improvement from Niko on defense with his body, playing the 5, these are all things that were huge, huge question marks when he got drafted 4 years ago. The offense was a question mark. We saw a lot of the pros today. We saw some cons too. We've seen them all season. But Niko is really, really stepping up and just at today in particular, he did everything and then some, honestly.
I loved the cojones on him to take 2 big threes. Well,
cojones, bro, como dicen, huecheste.
Needless to say, I didn't know that he's taken those shots before, right? And obviously it's just him finding a rhythm. And so he hit the first one. So I was like, oh, okay. And then he hit the second one. I said, oh, okay. All right, then. So it's just one of those things where you play him through the mistakes, which has been Franky and Lou's point. this entire time. Like, just play him. Let him play. Let him work through. Let him figure it out. That's what you want your young player to do, is to figure it out, problem solve. And so he had some big baskets. He moved his feet on defense. I'm not sure. Do we have the play with him with the nice dime to Jaime on the drive? I think like off the post up, right? Like him being able to make that pass is something that they can continue to use to offset the defense. And they, Trailblazers went zone, and they were able to kind of break it up because of the passing that they were doing. So between him and Jaime, I know this is more of a Niko moment here, but I think both of those guys have been just so impactful with their on-ball usage, and in the minutes that they're playing, 29 and 31 respectively, and having a lot of the ball in their hands. The two of them combining for 14 assists is beautiful. Like, that just is an additional. If our point guards had 13, and then we have our wings / bigs, or a big, with 7 assists, that just means the game is starting to slow down for both of them in process, and being able to find and make reads much faster. And that we give them a lot of flack because we do see the potential for them to be much better and to continue to get better. And so I'm excited about watching them be on the floor together. There's this synergy that they have defensively and offensively, and the rebounding from both of them was impressive. At 9 for Niko, and then 12 for Jaime. That's what you want from your young guys, and it's about consistency, obviously. But these nights make it really like hit on this pick because they get a lot of flack, and rightfully so. I know that the process isn't quick. Development is not easy. Adding to your game every year isn't easy, and I believe that there's a lot of talent from both of these guys. 2 steals from Niko as well, a block that we just saw. Just defensively and being sound, playing without fouling, keeping his hands kind of to his sides and playing with movement. Those are just all cerebral things that you want your young player to continue to acquire as they grow their game. And so, is he going to average 29 a night? That's fever dream. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
However, if it's 17, 6 and 6, I'm not angry at that. That's right. A consistency. It's you're giving your team something every single night. And so I love that they both come with an edge, with an energy. Niko got a tech tonight, which does not happen. And so I think that's just the it's cognizant of the team. Like, they're playing with an edge, with an energy, we sucked last year. That was last year. That's not this year. And we're going to play everybody tough. So I love seeing our young guys playing, and shout out to Pella for playing, 5 assists also, right? And 16 points. Not a lot on the boards, but he had a lot of moments where he just was felt defensively. I'm just giving love to the young guys. Like, it's just exciting to watch them play and really take their time to figure out what it is they can do to contribute to their team while they're they don't have their main guys. So,
but like Kyle, like you said, like the ball is moving with these young guys. You shouted out Pell. They had 5 guys that had 5 or more assists. Yeah. 5 guys. They're not relying on any one person to carry them. They're moving the ball. They're defending with effort. They're getting out in transition. I thought one of the best things about Niko's game today was how much he was beating his man down the floor, getting early hit aheads, getting pressure, getting the ball in transition. And even if he didn't score, he was pulling it back and finding guys. There was one where he gets the hit ahead. He put pressures, starts posting them up, pulls it back out, and Jaime cuts back door on Sharp and gets the layup at and 1 at a crucial point in the game. And Niko had a career high with 9 2-point attempts. That's a big thing. He was aggressive inside. Too many of his games, he's a good shooter. He's a respectable shooter. Shot multiple years of shooting 37 plus, which is above average. That's fine. That's good. He's spacing too much, not getting involved, and he was aggressive, like Lou said, posting up. I thought him and Drew were really big catalysts on the early pressure. Yeah. They both had combined for a lot of hockey assists with each other. One of them would early pressure, kick out, make the next pass, and that got a lot of easy and good looks for the team. I think Niko just needs. I think a lot of times he's just moving a little bit too fast. And his mind and his body are not aligned, and he's got to learn to be more under control. He's 22. For everyone who gave up on him, you probably gave up on Jaime last year too, and you got egg on your face.
I did.
I gave up on Jaime too.
I did.
I gave up on Jaime.
Nico's younger than Jaime was when Jaime got drafted. There's gonna be good games. There's gonna be bad games. There's gonna be knuckleheadedness. He's got to grow out of it. He has to grow out of it. I understand losing your patience with him. He's so goddamn young
and talented.
And the Heat, we have never seen. When was the last time the Heat developed a young guy that had like this much patience with them? It's been a long time. I think he deserved it. I think tonight, most of all, it's got to be like a relief off his shoulders, like a weight off his shoulders, just finally getting a really good game. And I thought defensively was really sound, and I think that's where he needs to be consistent, because the shots will fall if it's all about decision making and effort.
I thought one of the interesting things about Nico tonight, especially, was I thought the Blazers, especially the Blazers are really big. They weren't helping as much as I thought they would. I think they played things pretty straight up, and they weren't super crashing. And I think in the event of that, you need your bigs, your 4 and your 5, to have really breakout moments. And I thought posting Nico up was really successful in that too, because if they're not super crashing at the paint, as Franky said, like a career high in twos, like, okay, you got to exploit that. If they're not going to send all that help, you need to be aggressive and use your size, right? Because there's size elsewhere on the court that's staying home. And I thought that was really great recognition by him, and I'm sure the coaching staff too, that is like telling him, all right, this is where you can attack. And I'm sure that he has really good instincts, and those 7 assists are not by accident, right? Because then the defenses do adjust to him, right? They do have to start sending in, and I thought his touch passes and his playmaking was really good. And I think that's like kind of the most intriguing part of his game, Lou, where I think we see a guy who's very skilled with the ball, and there's ability in there to be a really good passer at his position, in addition to kind of like the ball handling. I mean, we've seen the stuff on the drive, the shooting potential's there, all that stuff, but it's really kind of the passing with all that as a package.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can just see the flashes. When he has to self-create, though, that's when things can get a little bit ugly for him from time to time. Like a lot of his turnovers today were him leaving his feet and not knowing what to do with the basketball. But when he is poised and he's able to dissect the defense, or somebody creates an advantage, he can accentuate the good of the shot to an even great shot, because he's a really good connective passer. He's a really good lob passer. He swings the ball good. He makes the pass where the help is coming, not where the help is going. Like, he passes behind the help, which is also super, super important. And it's something that you still have to be patient with. Like, he's been super, super special. Like, Jaime's also done a lot of this year. Pella's done a great job of playmaking as well, especially today, early on in the first half. And it even to go on to Franky's point as well. Like, I think there was an over-reliance of Nico with the 3-pointer for a lot of this season, because he's still figuring out how he can be impactful without the ball in his hands. And I think today, in the first half, he only shot 1 3, but he got himself going inside. In the second half, he decided to shoot 6 of them, and he made 3 of them. One of them was, anyways, one of them was rough. But
Valentine.
Valentine. But I mean, it's a great step in the right direction. Like, he absolutely outplayed Robert Williams and Duop Reith and Klingon whenever they were on the floor. Like, he made his presence known. There is a reason why Nico at the 5 got the Heat the most points in the paint that they've scored all season, and this has been a fast-paced offense. Like, he continues to just make everybody's life easier offensively, and that's all you can really ask for anybody, let alone a guy who's just 22 years old.
I really like him at the 5, and I think they tried that early in his career. I think tonight's the night where you see like where that could be possible. I didn't think he was ready for it at the time, but
yeah,
apparently he's growing into it.
But it's also the guys around him are much better suited to complement him.
I think the system complements it better, because like I think when you play kind of really slow with Butler and you have a bunch of non-shooters, and There's a lot of help everywhere. I think that makes it harder than this really flowy offense.
No, but I'm saying defensively. I'm saying defensively at the 5 because
he's just gotten better.
He's gotten better, but it's also you got Wiggins, you got Powell, you got Drew, you got there's no.
Well, I mean, he's played with other good defenders. I kind of disagree on that.
No. He did not play with 4 other good defenders.
No, that's true. That's what
I mean. That's what I mean. There's no holes that they got to make up for. A lot of guys in the Heat system these past few years, they've had to like, oh shit, I'm gonna get beat, and we gotta make beat a 2-on-1, and they got to do consistently. And Nico's not going to disrupt 2-on-1s often, but he can hold his own on a switch as he did with Drew, and Wiggins can box out, and they can get the rebound, and they have more size at the guard spot too.
They're switching him more too, and which I think is kind of more suited to his skill set. I do.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not a fan of him in drop, and I do think that those
That's
things you're talking about, like those 2-on-1s and stuff like that. That's where I think he leaves a lot to be desired. But when he is quick, he has mobility, and I think like using that, he's not Bam, right? Like I think I don't want him switching out to Steph Curry or something. I do think that okay, drop, be at the level, and we send help. But I think a lot of scenarios like today, I think you see how good that is.
Yeah.
Lou, you have something to add, and then I want to get into Jaime.
No, yeah. Just really quick to add, like to Franky's point, and just to the point about this whole team in general, about defenders all across the court. The Miami Heat are ranked number 1 in half-court defense across the entire association with less than 88 defensive rating. Today, they responded with 77 defensive rating in half-court. So, like
without Bam.
Without Bam.
Second night of a back-to-back.
Like their defense is really working, and a lot of that has to do with they have so many less huntable guys. Obviously Duncan was one of the guys who obviously was always hunted. Tyler's one of the guys who's been hunted relentlessly throughout his career. So like it's tough on defenses to not really have somebody that they can attack with that much confidence.
Burke.
And it's Alec Burke. So like Terry Rozier, Kevin Love. Jesus, it was sorry, Spoelstra.
Front office should go to jail too.
Front office needs to go to jail.
These guys aren't even amazing defenders or anything. They're just like solid.
No, like like Davion's
might be the worst one right now.
Yeah, Powell and Fontecchio are 2 of the worst ones, and Fontecchio has that European strength, and like his arms tickle his ankles. It's incredible how long that guy's
Norm, by the way, I've always felt that Norm is like an okay defender. Not great, not bad. I think he's been a little below average this year, but I think with his offensive load, he's allowed.
Oh, absolutely, and he doesn't foul. So he also doesn't get beat on ball too much. It's just the off ball that's a little yikes.
Which I understand. That's what's tiring.
Which I think he honestly could like rest a little bit more on offense and take some plays like he doesn't have to do as much offensively as he's been. Like
I think in the playoffs, like listen, as a former 2019 Toronto Raptors expert, he can lock in when he has to.
God, you're lucky I couldn't remove you.
But he was sound tonight, right? Like the 22 points, it was quiet. It wasn't allowed 22.
I thought they were allowed 22. I actually felt that I felt Nico's 29 was quieter than Powell's 22, more because I think Norm had really big buckets for them, like in really like critical kind of junctions of the game, like that and one that he had, like that was a real back and forth kind of moment. And then he gets that and one that was D-Wade-esque. I don't even know if we have that. I don't think we have that play, but that was freaking incredible.
I thought he was bad in the first half too. Yeah, he went 2 for 8 in the first half, 7 points.
He really responded.
Yeah,
and he landed kind of weird on that ankle, I believe, in the first half as well. And I don't think he's playing at 100%. And I think he doesn't need to. But real warrior mentality, I know that the organization really appreciates that. Like if you can play, and that means a lot to them. Want to get to Jaquez quick. I don't want us to go too late, and we have a bunch of clips that we want to get to. And do you work on that shot? Everyone's favorite new segment. But not to spend too much time on Jaime, but I just think again, another night where he's winning drives, getting to the basket, creating for others, and defensively, I think he's so much better. And we could talk a lot about the offense. I mean, 14, 12, and 7. I mean, that's just fucking big time numbers off the bench. I think he's the next campaign is going to be Hawkins 6th man of the year, because that's, maybe
Absolutely.
we'll do Obama change or something. Cause I mean, this man's changing shit. He's changing our lives right now. And I think really, I just want to talk about him defensively, because he was a guy that I flagged in his rookie year as somebody who was a little slow, and I think was kind of not getting picked on, but certainly was one of the weaker links on the team. And I don't view him as a weak link anymore. I view him as a solid to kind of plus defender. I think he makes plays, and I don't think he's going to be a stopper on the best guy in the other team. But I think we've seen a lot this season. He makes plays. He's really good. His decision making has been good on both ends, but there's something I like to call emergency defending, when shit breaks down and you gotta find a solution to something quickly. And I think he's been really, really good at that. Both, especially in this back-to-back stretch, I think that's been really good, especially without Bam. I think they need guys to step up and make plays, and he's just been doing that. So I just want to give him flowers for that before we kind of go into clips. If anybody had something quick to add, because we're running up against it.
The 12 rebounds, right? Like they talked about just needing to be felt on the boards. They've gotten out rebounded in a couple of games. And so between him and Ware, they accounted for 24 rebounds total. That's you're getting possessions for your team. You're stopping the other team from having extra possessions. I just think that's good from both of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 8 rebounds last night, 12 tonight. Second most foul drawn all season. Yeah, on one of his worst shooting nights of the season, against a tough opponent, a really good defensive opponent. He was really active, and I thought, his passing, his relief passing has been so good. Like he moves the ball so well. His decision making is so quick and crisp. It's aggressive. The game is slowed down for him, and I love it. I
think he should have been to the line more, Frankie. I mean,
he doesn't get the shooting fouls a lot.
He doesn't. And one of the things, so I was looking at kind of Heat offensive stats today, and Miami's one of the things they're pretty bad at is free throws, right? It's like even non-pace adjusted, they're pretty low in free throw attempts, which is crazy considering they play at the fastest pace in the league. So kind of want him to kind of up that area a bit. But I mean, you're right. The other thing about him is only took 2 threes, and I like that. I like that he's not. That's something I felt he forced a little too much last year. I feel like most of his attempts were like threes in the corner or whatever, and I'm glad that he's just mostly cut that out of his diet. I think he has to take a few. He'll make some games. Other days like tonight, he'll go 0 for 2, and that's okay. But I just
it's decisiveness though. Like it's like he took a pull-up 3, which in transition, he missed it. They got the offensive rebound, and he went right back to shoot it again. When he got it back,
pump fake.
Yeah, no pump fake, no hesitation. They closed out hard on him, and he got to the basket because of that. Like that's what he needs to be aggressive. Like I love that it's not a big part of his shot diet, but he's not afraid to shoot him.
Yeah. Did you have something, Lou?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I want to get the clips because we have quite a bit. Frankie, I know that we have some beautiful things to.
I didn't call for any clips. This is all Kyle.
It was all Kyle. Okay, Kyle.
Cook.
What do you got for us?
Well, let's see. So Jaime gets the ball from Wiggins here, and we talked about decisiveness. I just love that when he gets the ball, he's going straight. We already know where he's going. Like the defense knows, but the quickness to just get to the basket is beautiful. It's not in the flow of the offense, right? Like it's not an offensive play or some kind of set they're running, but he gets the ball off the rim, and it's with playing with pace, just beating the guy off the dribble and being physical and finishing at the rim. So there's that one, and then he comes back down and does it again. I think there's a play where he comes off of it, he gets it from Drew, and the quickness on the move, fake, and then straight to the basket and uses the glass. Just much better process at getting to his offense when he's going to make decisions with the ball. And that matters, right? Like that's what you want from him as he continues to be aggressive and play with pace. And so that's what I loved from those 2 plays, just being decisive with the ball. And his ball handling is much crisper this year. And so the ability to fake going one way and come the other way, the footwork that we've lauded a little bit on his game, is just moving and being able to just finish, right? Just finish much better than he did last year.
I want to talk a little bit about this play too, because like they're getting the ball. He gets the ball with 21 on the clock, and there's 3 Blazer defenders like kind of crossing half court. And this is kind of like where the pace benefits them, because he's going to go, as you say, the decisive. He does that little turn, looks like he's going to fake the Drew, then goes. He's in the paint. There's 16 on the clock. They used to start their offense with 16 on the clock.
Used to cross half court with 16.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of to the system and everything. And I want us to look really quick at what's happening off ball baseline here. And I really like that you brought this. There's nobody there, right? There's no Heat player occupying that space. There's no Jimmy Butler cutting into the dunker spot. Niko, weak side corner. Who's that is that Fontecchio on the short corner?
The other one.
Good spacing. That's what you want. You know what I mean? That's the stuff you want.
And he has Wiggins as an outlet pass too, on top of the key to kick to.
So like if that play does, so great point, Frankie. If that play does kind of die, you still have 16 you have 17 on the clock, 16 on the clock.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And Wiggins is wide open, or you can, honestly, in the Heat system, he either takes a shot or he takes a hard drive to the paint, and then I believe that's who's that?
That's Drew over there at the top of
the Nico's man.
Sharp.
Yeah, Sharp. Sharp. That's probably Sharp has to come help. That's an easy pass to the corner.
Yeah.
And boom, 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 stuff like that. So good stuff. I know we have a Larson backdoor here.
Yeah.
So this play right here, and anybody who was watching the game, like, can you roll it back from the beginning?
Yeah.
They cooked Sharp so many times on the cuts.
Right, I just paused it there, right there. So what I love about this play is the spacing. So Nico's here, Jaime's all the way over on the other end, and then Norm is way up towards half court.
Logo.
It gives them space passing wise. Like, it's not bunched up against the corner, and so it makes Davion's ability to see what options he has much crisper. You can run it now.
This is why, by the way, I don't like having a man on the ball.
Yeah.
That's like
okay. So I want to highlight, bring it back just a smidge, like
at the cut
right here. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I love is
that help guy.
We've talked about Pell's ability to cut and like amount of cutting he does.
Yep.
That is something that it's hard to teach players, like just having the natural knack on cutting and giving good angles, giving good spacing. And so he makes what I think Davion's been really good, just passing the ball overall this year entirely anyway. And so he's smart with the ball. So he gives him a lane to pass to. And then the finish, I think Pell's also been really just good at finishing this year. Yep. And so he's able to just lay the ball up.
You can't just cut more though, Kyle. We've been told this.
And just something on that particular play that I just want to point out is it was a reactive play. This was not the call, but if you notice, Niko being in the game takes Donovan Clingan, their best rim protector, and puts him way above the free throw line, having to guard Niko on the inbound.
And he does that like he in the middle of the action, like
correct.
He screens for Larson and then kind of backpedals.
Yep, and it's like that's the benefit to having a big who can actually space. And has to be respected. The center's gonna have to guard that, and it just opened up the entire paint for him.
Yeah,
and Sharp just falls asleep, and Larson takes advantage of it.
Larson was cooking this game. My goodness.
Jaime was the one who cooked Sharp on the and one.
Mm-hmm.
He just fell asleep. So many cuts.
We have quite a few. So now we have a Niko block here.
Look at this. My goodness. Talk about moving his feet, staying strong. Really bodying up, walling up the drive with his chest. On a switch here.
Yeah.
Good take by Wiggins too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
So much defensive
Good rebound.
acumen on the floor.
Wiggins shot the ball really poorly, but I thought his activity on defense was so good.
I forgot
Oh,
who he,
so
it might have been Sharp where he poked the ball away. Critical turnover. Yeah, it was
on
really,
a post play.
I called for this one because I liked Ware's hustle to just get the ball, and Jaime immediately rewards the play.
Yeah, this was the one where Jaime just missed a three. Ware activity, get the offensive rebound, and then Jaime rewards him with a lob.
That's great. Where to be in the dunker spot, because I think we talk about like how everything has to be 5 out. It doesn't always have to be 5 out, and I think this is a great example. I think if Ware had relocated to the corner, which like sometimes he likes to do, I don't really think that that's helpful for them at all. No. But Jaime puts up a shot, feels contact, he's there. I don't think that was a lob.
I think
that was a lob. That was a lob.
It was a lob.
That was a lob.
I thought he felt a little contact in it.
No, he's not Bam.
Yeah, and just to like point things out, this was, in my opinion, one of Kel'el Ware's best games. Yeah. Like, I don't care what his stat sheet says. He grabbed like 5 offensive rebounds, was super active. I guess
boards in 23 minutes.
Yep, Klingon getting picked ahead of him last year. He probably circled this one. And not to say he outplayed him, but he definitely did not get out efforted this game, and that's a win within itself, honestly.
And that's what you want. That's all we're asking for him to do, is just to
literally
play with the nose, have a nose for the ball. Like, he likes to rebound. Okay, well, be felt on the boards then. Like, have a nose for the ball, give your team extra possessions. That's all we're asking for.
Which one's this?
Who wants a little Drew Smith defense?
Yes, I do.
Activity. Like, finds Nico and then one more pass.
Wait. Can we run that back? Look at the shot clock when they get the ball.
Oof.
Good deflection.
Great hands.
Look at the shot clock.
They scored in 4 seconds.
And they ran a fast break. Without turning the ball over.
And what I like is, like, they have 1, 2, 3 guys in the paint right now. And look how fast the rest of the team gets out. Like, they all sprint. Like,
all the lanes are filled correctly.
How many dribbles was that too?
Let's count.
I think it was 1.
Let's see.
1,
2.
Yep, 2 dribbles.
Wow.
Like Giannis.
Yeah. We can go coast to coast in 2 dribbles too.
All flights may be grounded, but not the Heat.
This was one where Nico and Drew connecting. Nico gets the early pressure, kicks it out. Drew with a nice one-handed pass to Fontecchio in the corner with the follow-away 3.
I did not think he was going to make that.
I didn't think so either. I was like, why the
fuck?
So
timely with his threes. Again, Nico drawing a double in the post and the Heat getting good offense out of it.
He has Riz, man. One Twitter user, I forgot who they are, is like, I told you you'd like Fontecchio. He has Riz. And I was like, you know what? He does have Riz.
He does. He's got some Italian flair to him.
I'll give you that Twitter user.
Like, in his shot prep, like just how he moves with and without the ball.
I really noticed on this one that, like, I've heard people talk about it, but this is the one where the ball hits his palm first and then he goes fingertips for the shot. And that's such an interesting mechanic for him.
Yeah, he has a really nice
follow through.
Yeah, looking shot.
He's got like 7 feet arms.
Yeah,
that man is.
he tie his shoe standing up.
He scratches his ankle.
Chat, my fellow panelists, it's about that time. We've gone a little long, but we can't leave without the segment that's sweeping the country.
What kind of shot is that?
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No.
Whoa.
Have you ever shot that shot?
Looking for Steph. Now Draymond's got it.
What did he do that for?
Draymond.
Do you work on that shot?
Yes! Oh!
When?
It's Cody Martin, you gotta hit it! Oh!
Step back, one-legged man.
Jabariani, what is he doing?
What kind of shot is that?
The Valentine gets me every time.
The Valentine is the funniest thing.
Oh no.
We haven't run this in a while, but today, listen, did we have some content. This one, the Carmelo jab steps into fucking.
Give me that.
Bro, like, this guy just got the $80 million contract. Great defender, but bro, he shot them out of the game.
Oh my god, what was this, dude? One.
5 for 17 night year.
Wiggins was like, bro, get out of here, please. It was like, have you ever seen that video of Josh Giddey pump faking and Luka making the face like, bro,
Come on.
come on,
That was so sad.
come on.
Look at the
Three for-
shoulder shibby.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay, we have a classic here.
Dun,
We have
dun,
a
dun.
classic here. Khalil Ware, really the star of this
I missed
segment.
this one.
He is the star of this segment. On it for the Heat, he has to be.
He just does something like his misses are so bad, but boy, they're so pretty. But like, look, swing. Like I told you, he loves relocating, being in the corner. Imagine if he was in the corner on that dunk. Do you even work on that, bro?
So early in the process too. Like, dude, get the ball out of your hands.
Somebody suggested that we just do a Khalil free throw. Does he even does? Come on, man.
It's got like a hitch at the end.
Yeah,
there.
dude. It's like
It's weird because sometimes it flows and sometimes it doesn't.
Why are we doing free throws?
dude, what's with that form? It's like a hitch. Like I don't like that.
That 3-and-D center.
His hand doesn't follow through all the way. He's
No.
I don't know.
I'm not.
It's like he's not sure about shooting the free throw.
He looks like me trying to. And that one he went to the side. Poor guy, man.
I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Shout out Drew Smith for their offensive rebound.
Shout out Drew Smith, but always in the
Always a positive here.
always.
Oh my God.
Oh my, the king
And obviously, what better way to end it? What better way to end it? Put him up! Put him up! Put him up!
This man shot from Davey.
brother.
The only thing you could say is he ran that clock down to 5 seconds. Golly.
Who opened the window?
My God, I don't even mind the whole process of this
I
up
do.
until that was
Fuck
the shot.
that, bro?
Yeah, I wish he had
This is the
dribbled.
ultimate. Do you work on that shot?
That was ridiculous. man.
One-legged sidestep. Do you work on that shot?
I don't mind the ISO,
Nico?
Lou, like you said. Like
Yeah,
he has it spaced out.
I don't mind this ISO whatsoever, Frankie. It's just
Oh,
why
oh.
are you settling for 30 feet sidestep over Klingon?
What was the
You didn't even get him with the move with the dribble too.
Yeah, drive.
He's
to
not
the back.
backpedaling.
He tried to lull him to sleep. Like this was. Look at him. Look at him.
He
Man.
thought he was doing
Yeah.
the LeBron thing.
He was watching too much Harden. Too much Harden. What the hell was that?
I love that. I love that segment so much.
They call him Nico Harden.
We don't have.
Oh,
volume
this
for
dunk, man.
This is a nom 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 nom.
No, this
Cut
is the
off.
naughty crotty.
Yeah,
Is there
yeah.
audio
No,
for
the dunk is great, but Karate made an insane play. I would like to talk very quickly about the
Naughty cry.
Vicky Bakery's fantastic play and what might be the greatest advertisement in the history of South Florida sports. The marketing, it reminds me of when Mike Ryan on the Lebitard show did the call for the
Palacio de los Jugos.
yeah the Dandy Bear end zone or whatever
He called it the Miami Seaquarium 30.
yeah, rest in peace, rest in piss, Miami Seaquarium. But yeah, the Vicky fantastic play of the game. What a journey.
I don't know. The Marooney call to the bullpen was legendary. When you need a car, truck or van.
Have you noticed the fucking Morgan put
Auto
everywhere
Nation.
on my
I
broadcast?
hate it.
Get Morgan and Morgan out of my broadcast. They're everywhere, bro.
They're here in Central Florida. I hate it.
Dude, it's all over the broadcast. Every fucking commercial is Morgan and Morgan.
No,
was like,
I
do
don't
you
like.
want me to hurt?
I don't like Anajar and Levine. I don't like those guys.
What did
What's
they
up
do
with
to
those
you?
guys?
Nah, I'm cool
Oh,
with
bro,
that.
I hate going to the arena and they're
Here-
like all over the bathrooms.
Oh,
Dog,
yeah, no,
you-
I do not want
can't-
them staring at me while I'm
You
taking.
can't take a piss in the arena without Anajar and Levine staring at you. It's like I didn't give them authority.
Yeah,
This is crazy out here.
I'm just
And
trying
now
to get close. I'm just trying to get to the basket here.
They have-
they're following me on my YouTube ads too. Like, what's going on here?
I'm like,
Leave me
ref,
alone.
get these fucking guys away from me.
Tee him up. Tee him up.
Kids, remember, aim when you pee. Don't let Anajar and Levine scare you. And get out there and fucking vote. Get out there and vote. Your democratic duty is important. Your civic duty is important. SPOACH of the year, Eric Spoelstra for Coach of the Year.
sir.
We will see you on Monday for the first of 2 Cleveland games with a very, very special guest with a very, very big and infamous client list. We will see you Monday night.